Alright everyone, today I'm going to teach you all how to make a Minecraft server. You'll be able to add plugins, everything you need to this. Now, quick note before we get in, you're going to need a decent processor, and you're probably going to need at least 16 gigs of RAM to actually run the server well enough for people to be able to play on it. So just to test how much you have, just search RAM in here, just click enter, and it will actually take you right to your about, and you can see the processor. So I have an i5 4590 3.3 gigahertz quad core and 16 gigs of RAM here, 15.9 usable. So I got plenty of RAM. My processor's alright. I mean, it's not best for this, but it can run, you know, a simple server. Next thing you're going to do is click the first link in the description or to getbucket.org, and it'll take you to this page. Now 1.16.5 just released like a week and a half ago. There's no difference. People in 1.16.4 can join 1.16.5. So I recommend 1.6.5 because they did more hotfixes to make it more multiplayer accessible. But or you can, like, you know, make a 1.8.8 server because they don't have 1.8.9 on here. But you can make, you know, a server, whatever. So we're just gonna do 1.16. So you guys can make whatever version you want. Oops, I swear it's gonna make 1.16. So don't click this. Just click download. And now it will take you here. You're just gonna click download. And it's gonna start downloading in the bottom left here. And since it's a .jar file, Chrome is probably going to say, hey man, this, yeah, it says it couldn't be verified, just keep it, it's nothing bad. That just means that, you know, jar files could be harmful, so whatever. It's just, you know, asking. Now just take this, drag it on your desktop for now, and we'll close our browser for now. Then you're just going to do new folder, then name this whatever you want. I'm just gonna name it Minecraft server, right? And then just open the folder and then drag the Spigot file in here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to rename the file so it's easier to locate later, because we're going to need to add more RAM to a server because the default amount of RAM is super small, like 200 megabytes, and you cannot run a server with that. So we'll just name it, I don't know, Spigot 1.16. So now we get our server name. Now we're going to need to add a new text document here. Now you don't need to do this. You can completely run this just fine, but you're gonna want to, trust me. You're not gonna have any RAM. You're gonna join the server, it's gonna be super laggy. The chunks are barely even gonna load. I recommend doing this. So you're gonna open up a new text document, and in here you're going to type in Java -XMS. Then this is gonna be basically your minimum amount of RAM. I do, like, you know, maybe like 4 gigs or whatever. I'm just gonna do 6 gigs. So that's 6,000 M. That's 6,000 megabytes. It's around 6,000. I don't know the exact number, so I'm just gonna type that in. It doesn't really matter. Then we're gonna do the XMX, so the maximum that will be 8,000 megabytes, like so. Then we're going to go to jar directory in the file. Now this last part here, the file, it has to match the name of your server jar file. So I named it Spigot 1.16.jar. So we're gonna type in Spigot 1.16.jar, and then you can just add pause at the end. Save that, and then we're going to rename it to, move the .txt at the end, we're going to name it run.bat, and as you can see, it'll turn to a Windows batch file. And if you don't have these extensions like the .jar and the .txt or .bat, whatever, just head over to View, and then File Name Extensions, turn that on. This is for Windows 10, one of the latest versions. It probably will work for you. Anyway, yeah, so you got this done. Now you're going to open up this run.bat, and it's going to start running. It may say server overload or overload, whatever here. That simply means that you don't have Java 64-bit installed, right? So I'll have a link in the description where you can go install that. Anyway, so you can see here it didn't work. It said failed to load EULA.txt. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go in here, and as you can see, it just generated a bunch of new files. Now these are all basically files that it will generate when you run it because it needs these files. You don't really need more, but anyway, just open up uela.txt, and you see it at the bottom, it says uela equals false. Change that to true, all lowercase, just like so, and save the file. Then open server.properties. So game mode survival, that's cool. We can have, you know, this is basically default game mode where people join. This is MOTD. We're going to name, this is basically when you look at a server, you know how Hypixel under it says Hypixel new 1.8 to 1.16, whatever. It's what this is. Let's say Epic Minecraft server. And the level name, it doesn't really matter. We'll just do Epic server. Max players, this doesn't matter. We're just gonna do 1 for now because I'm the only one who needs to be on here. Online mode, yeah, obviously. This, okay. I recommend turning the view distance if you don't have that good of a PC. And then just don't mess with the server IP and make sure the port is 25565. And you know, this is all good. I don't think I need to change any of this. Spawn protection, I don't really want spawn protection, turn that off. You can mess with the max world size if you want. And then difficulty, I play in normal. And yeah, this is all looking good. So save, Control S, and then exit out of here. Now when we run it, it should open a server, but what we need to do first is port forward. So to do that, you guys are going to need to go in here and search up CMD, then ipconfig. Now in here, it'll have a bunch of information. The only information we're gonna need is default gateway, this bottom number here, so 192.168.1.1, and IPv4. We don't need IPv4 yet, so we'll just, for now, we're just gonna copy this, and Control C, then open up a browser. Okay, so now we're over here on Minecraft, and what we're going to do is we're going to go over to multiplayer. Now there's different ways to join the server. If it's your server, you're simply going to head down to direct connection, join, and you're going to put in that IPv4 address, as you guys can see. So if we go back into here, it'll be an IPv4 right here, which is 192.168.1.149. Second thing that we need to go over is your friends, if they do this and put that in, it won't work. This is basically running LAN. If they were connected to the same Wi-Fi as you and you're in the same house, this will work just fine. But what they have to do is they have to add a address in here. But they cannot add that IPv4 address, because if you try to, or if I were to do it, it would work, but for them it won't work. They need your public IP address. So yeah, you're just going to take this, and you're going to copy this, and that's basically what you're going to send your friends. So if I were to add a server, right, place that in there, we'll name this, it just doesn't matter what the name is, yeah. So if name it test, you see, my MOTD is Epic Minecraft server, so this will work. I have like 3 different servers for this, a lot more than that. I'm going to start deleting these, I don't really need them. Okay, so anyway, you're going to just click join test. And now, as you can see, it worked. Leave a little like on this video. You know, hit the little subscribe button. I know that you guys don't have to, but it helps a lot, and it's really easy to do. And you know, these videos aren't easy to make, and it will really help with the channel like tremendously. So yeah, hope you guys do that, and hope you all have a good day, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.